An all-out war in the Middle East as the lives of hostages hang in the balance. The new images we're getting into the newsroom after learning more Missourians are trapped in Israel this morning.
A pilot program for guaranteed income. The timeline we'll learn in just a few hours on how to apply for $500 a month.
Addressing gun violence, the measure the St. Louis County Council has up for a final vote enforcing stricter gun laws.
Temperatures warm over the next few days, but also showers and storms develop. We'll let you know when St. Louis can see our next round of rain.
Still feeling the impact of inflation, how you can beat high interest rates this morning.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Good morning, St. Louis. So look at our gorgeous downtown right there. All the lights are on and sparkling before the sun comes up. We got about another 45 minutes before we start to see the sun come shining through. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, October the 10th. I'm Renee Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. We just want to say thanks for joining us, including those of you who might be watching us on 5+ this morning. If you are waking up, you get out the door. Ooh, it's a little bit chilly outside. It felt a lot different.
Yes.
Different. That's the technical term.
It is technical.
Yeah. Great to see you, Paul and Anthony.
Yeah, seat warmers, long sleeves, probably a hoodie or a jacket for the little ones as they head off to the bus stop this morning. Temperatures are in the 30s and 40s like they were this weekend. So, yes, cooler than it was yesterday morning at this hour. In fact, St. Louis Lambert, 6 degrees cooler. Down in Cape Girardeau, almost 10 degrees cooler. And out in Evansville, Kentucky, 12 degrees cooler there. So lots of 30s and 40s on the map. Warrenton, Alton, Chesterfield, and Sullivan, even Flora at 37 degrees to start your day. We get into the afternoon with sunshine. Numbers today climb up near 70 degrees, just a touch warmer than yesterday. But we do have a decent warm up for tomorrow, but also rain and thunderstorms this time tomorrow morning. That'll be a warm front, the cold front to follow on Friday. All of the details on how much rain to come is coming up. Let's get over to Paul now and get an update on our 6 a.m. road conditions. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Anthony. We did have a stall here that was affecting traffic. You could kind of see the reflection in the sign up here, a stall 270 going eastbound, or as you would maybe be making that turn on 270 to northbound. That has just been moved aside within the last minute or two, but you can see we got some pretty good headlights here and some pretty good volume out there, but really was monitoring these speeds where we had been going so much slower because of the 270 North project. That's not the case right now. So great there. Overall, we are flying right along. Keep an eye on it, and we'll let you know exactly when it bogs down. Stay here. Back to you for now, Rennie.
Thank you, Paul. New overnight, a Metro East strip mall goes up in flames. This is video of a shopping center around 2 o'clock this morning on Jerome Lane near Upper Cahokia Road in Cahokia Heights. Right now, it is unclear as to what started the fire or if anyone was hurt.
The time now is 6:03, and we're taking a live look at Gaza City, where parts of the area look deserted as that war between Israel and Hamas escalates. Overnight, we know that the Israeli military sealed off the Gaza Strip from food, fuel, and other supplies. Now, with the number of people killed growing, including Americans, Israel's prime minister is vowing to end Hamas.
NBC's Alice Barr is in Washington, D.C. right now, tracking new details as President Joe Biden is expected to address our nation today.
Today in Israel, a mounting death toll, a growing hostage crisis, and a military mobilization for a potential all-out invasion of the Gaza Strip, with Israel's prime minister saying airstrikes in Gaza are just the beginning.
We just started to hit the Hamas.
Some Americans flying to Israel to join the fight. This woman said goodbye to her brother.
He wants to be there to support everybody. We want to be there too, but it's terrifying.
The number of Americans killed is growing, among the hundreds dead in the massive terror attack carried out by the Palestinian militant group Hamas. President Biden preparing to address the crisis from a White House lit up in Israel's blue and white. The administration acknowledging Americans may be among the hostages.
We're going to do everything we can do to get them home safe with their families where they belong.
The president directing hostage recovery experts to help Israel and sending the U.S. Navy's most advanced aircraft carrier to the Israeli coast to deter further attacks, even as federal law enforcement monitor for any domestic threats here in the U.S. For Americans living in Israel, scenes of horror playing out. Abby On says members of her family are missing after texting her that terrorists were inside their home.
It's hard to close your eyes at night.
U.S. officials promising not to look away from the devastation striking one of this country's closest allies. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
The surprise attacks on Israel are having a direct impact to the Show Me State this morning. At least one of the people killed, as well as some of those trying to get out of the country, are from Missouri. Our Alex Fees joins us now with some of their stories and really the terrifying conditions that they're dealing with right now, Alex.
Yeah, Michelle and Rennie, definitely a difficult time for those people. Let me show you new video we just got into the newsroom of the attacks. Israeli Defense Forces just released video of some of the airstrikes in Gaza from a few days ago. You can see the city, which houses nearly 600,000 people, is now a war zone. Now we've learned a Missouri native is one of the 11 Americans killed by Hamas, and he says his daughter died protecting her son. According to NBC affiliate KOMU in Columbia, Deborah Matthias was born in Boone County and was on the phone with her father, Elon Tren, when the attack happened. She told him she heard gunshots.
And then she reported broken glass. And that was really the last we heard from her spoken. The next we heard was from her son saying, hey, Metu, they're dead.
Deborah and her husband, Shlomi Matthias, died while shielding their 16-year-old son, Rotem. Incredibly, Rotem's grandfather and other relatives kept him on the phone through texting, helping him hide for 12 hours after this happened with a bullet wound to his stomach. The teen says the terrorists blew up their front door and then blew out the door to their so-called safe room.
They at one point set fire to all the houses with the expectation that if there were any survivors, they would run outside and they could shoot them.
The teen is recovering at a hospital and is expected to survive. Now, in the meantime, a Chesterfield family is praying for their daughter's safe return from Israel. Lyndon and Erlene Anderson say their daughter Morgan has been sending them harrowing videos. Morgan and her fiance Jake left for Israel on a trip just a week ago. She is now facing the ordeal alone because Jake, a reservist with the Israeli Defense Forces, has been called up on duty. And we will hear their story coming up in our 6:30 half hour.
All right, thanks so much, Alex. Of course, this is going to be a developing story for weeks, so we want to make sure that you've got the 5 on Your Side app downloaded for your smartphone. We will send you notifications as we learn more about the conflict in the Middle East.
This morning, St. Louis residents struggling financially since the pandemic could see some relief in the form of guaranteed monthly payments from the city.
City Stallworth is live downtown with the bill city leaders say could be the key to reducing poverty in the long term, Sydney.
Michelle, Rennie, that's exactly right. $500 a month, no strings attached for those who need it most. That's according to the bill's sponsor, Alderwoman Shamim Clark Hubbard. That's what she told 5 on Your Side back in December 2022 when St. Louis Mayor Tashara Jones signed the St. Louis Guaranteed Basic Income Bill. Now, this morning, families are one step closer to actually seeing that money. Today at 11:30, we're going to learn more about this because Mayor Jones and City Treasurer will announce when you can start signing up and how you can apply for this money as well. Here's how Board Bill 116 works. You'll be able to receive $500 a month if you meet these criteria. You must be a low-income parent with a child in a St. Louis public school under the age of 18. Your household has to be at or below 170% of the federal poverty line. That means single parents, you have to make around $31,000 a year, and couples have to make around $39,000 a year. Now, you also have to prove you suffered in economic hardship during the pandemic. The $5 million program is tucked inside Board Bill 116, a $52 million spending plan that carves up federal money from the American Rescue Plan Act. Mayor Jones says the program should last 18 months, but if it does succeed, she's suggesting to expand it as part of the city's official policy to combat poverty. Now, another issue that city leaders are going to be working on today, the use of federal funds to create affordable housing for residents. This, of course, coming just days after dozens of homeless people were removed from living on the lawn at City Hall. I'm going to have more on all of this in our next half hour, but for now, reporting live downtown, I'm Sydney Stallworth, 5 on your side.
All right, thanks for that update, Sydney. Let's talk about our weather first forecast. And this morning we are keeping an eye on a warm front that will develop tomorrow. This is going to bring in warmer air, but also a chance for thunderstorms this time tomorrow morning. So today is nice and sunny. High pressure moves away from us. Tomorrow, 4 a.m., you can see that line of storms starts to develop between about 4 and 8. Then it should move on for the rest of the day. Wednesday afternoon and Thursday afternoon will be warm and breezy as a warm front lifts in. So today we're near 70. Tomorrow and Thursday we're near 80. And then widespread rain on the way for Friday. We'll talk about just how much rain's on the way, plus a look at the partial annular solar eclipse headed our way for Saturday. That's coming up.
Thanks so much, Anthony. Coming up, local gun law limit, how St. Louis County could restrict who can carry a firearm later this evening.
And a proposal passed. What's next as Florissant approves a Coke Park land swap to build some new homes? Oh, look at that. You were so concerned about it, and there it is, the fountain in all of its glory. And yes, the water is indeed flowing over there in Belleville. Oh, my goodness. I just love it. It's so peaceful. Get your day going. We're right back with more today in St. Louis at 6 a.m. in just a moment.